G'day, Keithy here. Thanks for joining me again. It's been a couple of weeks since my previous video, which is up there. If you want to have a look at that one to do with the brain tumour, the surgery was what I had last. Not all that long ago, but time does fly. It's amazing how fast 4 or 5 weeks can go, and the recovery from that kind of treatment as well. So if you guys are interested in hearing about how the brain tumour treatment is going and what's coming up in the future, then stick around, guys. Grab a coffee. I would if I could. Enjoy this video. Well, we couldn't go without checking this out.
Preparing it for now. Great Keithy here. Great Keithy here. Great Keithy here.
Oh, you know what? I wish I had something that could keep my beer nice and cool. Whoa, check that bad boy out. It's a chilling with Keithy Stubby cooler. Well, I'll be buggered. But you know what? This is more than just a Stubby cooler. Because if you don't like beer, you can put your water or your coffee or something else in there. How's that? Oh, wowee, I'm impressed. And if you're impressed as well and you want one of the chilling with Keithy Stubby coolers, for 20 Australian dollars, that includes postage, I'll send you one of these bad boys to your door. I'll give you the details down below, $20, including the cost of getting it down to you, or up if you're up north of me. Chilling with Keithy Stubby cooler coming your way. There's the link right there. Woohoo! Well, I'll be buggered. It's been 5 weeks now since I was down in Brisbane and had brain surgery again, the second time around. A lot of you might ask questions about why I had it a second time, because usually they don't go in for around 2 with brain tumour stuff. I think I did mention it in the other video, but I'll tell you again now. I'll try not to repeat myself too much. But the reason that they did go in was because initially they just had to get a sample of this brain tumour so that they could determine first of all if I was valid and able to be a part of the clinical trial that I'm a part. But also they had to go in there to get the sample, so the option was there to take a little bit more of the brain tumour out while they were in there, and they took it, which is a really good thing. But obviously in the last video you guys got to see the side effects of that, which one of them was because you are working in the brain, there is a risk of injury, basically connection with the brain. And as you saw there, after, what was that, about 2 weeks, a week and a half, something like that, I was still having a bit of trouble getting my words out, getting the right words out. I knew what I wanted to say, but I just couldn't find them in the cache of words in the brain. It took me a little bit to find a lot of the words that I wanted to. Even that little part there where I was umming and ahhing for about, I don't know how long. It was probably about 5 or 6 minutes, if I'm honest. I remember cutting that video down to try and just get it out a bit quicker for you. But yeah, it was out there for a fair bit. But anyway, we got through in the end, which was really good. But the thing you would have noticed at the end of that one too was that fatigue, it was really crazy. And that's to be expected, you know, like I've just come out of a pretty heavy little brain surgery. So you're playing around with the old epicenter up here and tapping a few things that maybe they shouldn't have tapped or got mighty close to touching. And swelling, obviously, when you recover from those kind of surgeries, there's going to be swelling as well, which is all of that kind of stuff has affected the recovery. And I tell you what, honestly, to be recording a video like I did in the last one, only 10 odd days out of a brain surgery, that's pretty impressive, even for me, sitting here going, geez, should I have done that? Anyway, here I am now, so we're at about 5 weeks after the surgery had happened. I'm still kicking, yay, that's really good. And things have improved, so every day is an improvement for me, although they've slowed down now because of the hard improvements, the ones that you'll probably notice a lot more than I will, such as speech and memory and whatnot, have improved quite quickly. Now it's the little things, like the historical memory, if you will, like remembering dates of birth and the little things that you would normally write down yourself are taking a little bit longer for me to get back into the speed of, which is okay. It's perfectly okay. I've had my head played with, so yeah, that's all good. So we're almost at the point now where it's time to actually start the treatment, which is pretty cool. and I'm the first one in Queensland to go through this treatment, which is a clinical trial for the breed of brain tumour that I have got. So there's many breeds based on where they are and the type of tumour that they are in the brain. Well, just turns out that my brain is a part of this clinical trial. My brain tumour is the correct breed of brain tumour. So that is really lucky. What I'm going to get now, and I think I tried to explain it a little bit in the other video, was this clinical trial that I'm doing is actually designed against the type of tumour that I've got in my head. So while it's not good that I am going through the brain tumour thing again, didn't just disappear the first time around, the chances for the second time are actually a little bit better. Why? Because the team who were taking care of me for this clinical trials aside, the team that are taking care of me in Brisbane when I'm down in Brisbane are a little bit more aggressive with the treatment and whatnot, where in Townsville they'll only do so much. They've only got so many surgeons that can do this kind of thing, and they don't want to risk for too much up here. Down in Brisbane, or even Melbourne, for that matter, Sydney, Adelaide, they've got a lot more highly informed, highly skilled technicians, doctors, surgeons, all of that kind of stuff. So for the teams in those places there, they can take a few more little risks. If they do take it a little bit too far, they've got the teams there to try and manage that at the time, whereas Townsville doesn't have those skills. So that is clinical trial aside. Now onto the clinical trial. So being the first in Queensland is pretty cool, but it also means I'm a bit of a guinea pig. So that's going to be interesting. It's not the same as cancer treatment, brain tumour treatment. It's not the same as the last treatment that I had. This treatment is different in that it's designed for the exact type of tumour that I've got, a breed of tumour, as Radar comes down to say hello. So what that means is it's going to be a drug, essentially, a chemical that has been tested and targeted for that kind of brain tumour, the disease. So it's likely to have a similar effect in that it will destroy what's there, but the aim of this treatment is also to prevent it from getting bigger if it does come back. So that's the first thing. It's grade 3 right now, grade 3 or 4, which isn't good. The treatment has been designed so that if it does come back, it's only going to get to be a grade 3, which is fantastic. Grade 4 is very dangerous, and I don't want to get there. So that's one really good thing. But another one is to prevent it from getting bigger as well. So that's also another good thing. So it should knock it out and it shouldn't come back technically. But you can't, when it is a clinical trial, and not many people have done the clinical trial, no one has actually completed this clinical trial as yet. So they're still got to learn what happens once all is said and done with the treatment. So it's pretty crazy now, but we're getting into things now. Last time I did all the autographs, signing, yes, I'll do the trial, blah, blah, blah. They cut me open, did all that, shook hands and said, righto, let's go ahead with this. Right now, I'm just waiting for confirmation. I've got dates pretty much to go back down there, which is only about a week away now. And then I will be going into one of 3 trials types, I guess you would say. So there's 2 that do like a monthly tablet, I guess you'd say. One's bi-monthly, so twice a month. One's actually monthly, and then there's the needle type of treatment. I'm eligible for all 3 of them. I don't know which one I'm going to get. It's literally going to be randomly chosen. And here, Keithy, this is what you're going to take. So I could spend quite a lot of time down in Brisbane if I get the needle type, or I go down to Brisbane, I get what I need to get, I begin the trial, prove them that I can exist, may or may not get let back up to Townsville between treatments, go back down, rinse and repeat, do it again. At this stage, there is no end date to this clinical trial. Now, when I say that, you think, oh shit, is that for the rest of your life? Well, it could be. If this tumour doesn't go away, but it stays in place, they might keep me on this until such time as they find another means or another way to knock it out. So yes, it is a possibility, but it's likely that it will at least remove what's there in the trial. So that's a really good thing. There are a lot of grey areas because, again, no one in Australia has done this before, so this is going to be pretty crazy to see the outcomes of this. I'm sure the medical industry are really keen to see this as well. I don't know if there are other countries that are doing this, but I do know that there are about 6 places in Australia where they are doing this. So if you wanted to by numbers in Australia, I'm probably in about P7 or thereabouts out of the people who have begun this trial. So it's still early days, and then the people who have begun it, mostly down in Melbourne, have only probably done a couple of months, maybe 2 or 3 months of the trial themselves. So it's still quite a new thing in Australia, but obviously being in many different places, they can also share their information. I wanted to say thank you to everybody, not only those who watched the video, but all those who send messages. If you watched it on YouTube, sending messages to Chilling with Keithy, I appreciate that. You'd be surprised how many people actually message. I have a lot of people comment on the videos that I put up there as well. So thank you to every one of you. I do say that to you on the thing anyway, and in the messages on Chilling with Keithy. But also friends, families, neighbours here in North Queensland, even my poor dog and my lovely, beautiful daughter. I want to say thank you to every one of you as well. I'm thinking of you guys all the time, and from the messages and chats that I've had with all of my friends up in North Queensland and family all across Australia for that matter, I appreciate the time that you spend to stop and say g'day or give me a call or ask me if I want a beer, anything like that. I really do appreciate the time that you guys put in. So where to now? It's still a grey area for me. I don't know how this treatment's going to go. It's starting very, very soon, so I'll try and keep you posted on that. I thank you as well for chucking that post up on Facebook, on her Facebook, because at the time I couldn't speak or anything like that. So that was really, really difficult for me to be able to get up and do that first YouTube video and then to come and do this one now. At least I'm sure you guys can understand things are better now for me, and they're likely to improve, which is really good. I'm not making any promises, guys, because if I sit here and say I'm going to live forever, then knock off in a year's time. I was a bit of a liar, wasn't I? I don't know what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen. They haven't made any promises about you will live till you're 80 or what, none of that. They've just said this is the treatment, this is what could happen. They haven't sat there and said sign on the dotted line and give us your life. At any stage, if I wish to get out of this treatment, I am welcome to get out of this treatment, sign away, say see you later and walk away from it, but I'm not there to do that, and I'm not a quitter. So I'm going to stay with it. Thanks for your support, guys. I appreciate you so much. People supplying all kinds of things, whether it's food or just saying g'day. I appreciate everyone, your comments, the whole works and jerks and perks. So I will see you guys again. Take care until then, and yeah, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See you later, guys. Take care.